Disney, what are you doing to me?
I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them big.
Hello, my name is Annie. In today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit more about how I watched every single Disney animation ever made. There aren't any really specific guidelines to which movies exactly I watched, because the amount of Disney owned companies and film studios is just incredible.
This Reddit genius said it perfectly and wrote that all you had to do was post a picture of the Earth, and I agree.
So I did not watch every single Disney owned, I guess, animation, but I did watch the Disney movies and also the Pixar movies. Basically what I did is every single movie that I watched, I checked off in a list. Okay, so the plan is I've got a list all of the animated Disney movies, every single one of them. And it's not a short list, it's 134. And I'll just say this is just completely ridiculous. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I've ticked off 10 of the movies that I've seen very recently, so I'm not gonna be watching them like very recently. Like, I've seen a lot more than these, but I've kind of forgotten some of them. I'm gonna refresh my mind in these months. There are some movies that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know Cinderella had 3 movies. Lady and the Tramp 2, Jungle Book 2, 101 Dalmatians 2. I've never heard of these movies. Don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll watch them in 2 times speed. Who knows? Just wish me luck. And I will link the lists down below. I did this process in about 3 or 4 months. I'm not sure now. Quite a long process, but very enjoyable because I love watching movies. Like, that is the one thing that I will do without ever stopping. There are a lot of things that I love doing, but the thing is, watching movies is that one thing where I can watch all day and all night and I will not get fed up. I think I'll do a whole separate video on this, but Disney has a literal tactic and way of storytelling that is just it is just created to make you cry. Like, every single Disney movie is just created to make you cry. It is an actual art form to be able to do stories like this and just make everyone cry every single time. I'm already in tears. It's been like 1 minute since the movie began. I'm watching Meet the Robinsons. What is Disney doing?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Nobody wants it. So if you're thinking of doing this challenge, look out for that. Disney will not be careful with your emotions, okay? Let's treat this as an award show, okay? So there will be different categories and I'll tell you who the winners are. So the top 3, and I'll also tell you the bottom 3, because there are some pretty bad ones. We'll get into it in just a sec. But before we begin, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy this sort of content, I do art videos and just anything, I guess, related to my interests. That is what I do, and I hope you enjoy my content. And if you do, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to present to you the annual Disney Movie Anna's Opinion Awards. I just came up with that. I'm pretty excited. How about everyone else? I'm glad. I hope you're doing okay, Casey. How is it? How are the kids? I love it. All right, okay, let's begin. I don't know what that was. There are 5 categories in today's show, and we are going to begin with the best Disney animated movies, in my opinion, in ANNA's opinion. The Big A, the Big Anna Banana. Coming in number 1 is The Incredibles 2. The reason I chose this movie, I don't exactly know why. Actually, I do know why, because the feeling that I got when I watched this movie is just incredible. Like, this is my opinion, of course, so I'm not talking about quality, everything else, but the thing with The Incredibles 2 is, I think quality-wise, this movie is incredible, just as it says in the title. It's a gift
that keeps on giving. Like The Incredibles is a great movie, the first one, but the second one, for some reason, it gave me this feeling of being a child again, and I just thought I was a superhero, and I thought I want to be a superhero so bad. I thought the quality of this movie is just amazing as well. So I'm just waiting for someone to tell me anything bad about this movie, because I thought it was amazing and incredible. Change my mind, bitch. Coming in at number 2 is Mulan. She's probably my favorite Disney princess. I think the whole movie in itself is just amazing. I don't know anyone that does not agree, you know? Like, I've talked about these Disney movies so much with my friends, family, just everyone, because all I've been doing. I don't know. It gives me a lot of warmth in my heart, and I love the soundtrack, and I love the fact that it's a 2D movie and it's in my top 3. I'm sad that most movies nowadays are only in 3D and there's no 2D anymore, or there is, but it's not that much. Coming in at number 3 is Tarzan. Like, when I watched Mulan and Tarzan, I watched them one after the other, but the thing about Tarzan, man, I think the music is so cool, because they're not actually singing anything. It's all just like in the mood. It's like really 80s. It's really nice. I love how they did the character design of Tarzan and Jane. Jane's accent is like ridiculous. Come on. But I think the whole dynamic of the movie is really nice. Love it so much. And I think, I'm not sure, I've only watched like some videos, but I think Tarzan was like something about the whole, they used a new technique. They used new technology, like 3D animation with 2D animation. It was something like that, but I think it looks amazing. Like, it's such good quality. Everything is perfect. So yeah, that's my top 3, and that was my TED Talk. I'm just gonna quickly say the other 7. So like my top 10. This is my top 10, all right? So I'll go from 10 to 1. Moana, Atlantis, Aladdin, Emperor's New Groove, WALL-E, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Soul, Tarzan, Mulan, Incredibles 2. So I just think they're all great. I love every single one of these movies. Let's move on to our next category. The worst overall. The worst. Yeah, it's Anna's show, okay? It's my award show, all right? Only written down 5 in the worst overall, because I don't want to be such a pessimist. Open to everything. It also depends in which time it's been made. So in number 5, I have written down Atlantis 2. And this is called Milo's Return. The thing about this movie, okay, they did such an amazing job with the first Atlantis movie. The animation is just like completely different than most of the animations that they used to do. That's what kind of made me really annoyed. The fact that they made Atlantis 2 such a bad animation. The movement is so different. Everything, they've just like, it's just a lazy animation. The thing is, probably the budget was lower, which I understand, but that doesn't mean it has to be a shitty movie. I'm not one to judge, because I'm not a professional animator, so I can't be telling them how to animate. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more like, why would they make a second movie when the animation is going to be worse than the first movie? That's what I want to understand. And that's the problem with most sequels, and we'll talk about that in the next category. That's what I wanted to say about Atlantis 2. It's a huge letdown, but I'm not going to put it in number 1 for the worst, because I don't know, maybe I should put it in number 1. Yeah, I'm gonna shove it up to number 1, because I'm just like so let down by this movie, and that's all I want to say about it, okay? The next one is every Winnie the Pooh movie after the first one.
How are there so many Winnie the Pooh movies? It's incredible how many I've watched so far. There's the Tigger movie, the Piglet movie, the Winnie the Pooh movie, the other original Winnie the Pooh movie, like the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. There's like so many Winnie the Pooh movies. Like, childhood memories, but I think it's too much, honestly.
The thing is, I kind of grew to like the Winnie the Pooh movies after like number 5. There's a movie for each character, and I think the thing that kind of annoyed me when I watched them is just that they're for kids. But that's not really a reason for me not to like it. So that's why it's like at number 5 right now, okay? It's the last one, so it's not as bad, okay? Next up is Beauty and the Beast Christmas edition. This was the weirdest movie ever. The thing with these types of sequels is like why they just go back to before we know what happens. So like even if they try to pretend that one of the main characters is about to die or something's going to happen to them, we know nothing's going to happen to them because we know what happens at the end. Know what's going to happen afterwards. That's what I just don't like. And the whole like Christmas edition, it just seems really cheesy. It's not my thing. The animation wasn't really great. Yeah, they were trying to put some 3D animation in there that just kind of looked tacky. Next up is James and the Giant Peach. The thing is, the animation is good. Like, this is stop motion and it's really good. And I know the story is Roald Dahl. I know this is not... I don't know what it is about this movie, but it creeps me out. I don't like the fact that I can't see where their eyes are going. Maybe this is just about stop motion. I don't know. I just didn't like how this movie looked and felt. Thought the peach, like, material was kind of gross and it, like, plocked and plopped everywhere. It was, like, really weird. I didn't like it at all. It like gave me an iffy feeling the whole movie. And at number 1, we've got The Brave Little Toaster. I think this movie was made around the 80s. You know, toasters, microwaves, and vacuum cleaners became like something so amazing. Like people thought that was the most incredible thing to have home appliances. But I don't get it. Like I could not connect emotionally to absolutely any one of these characters. It just felt so awkward. And they were going through the countryside, like a vacuum cleaner and a flashlight. I did not get it. Like it was a weird thing. Like, how are we supposed to emotionally connect to a toaster? Yeah, I couldn't really feel bad for him. I thought it was weird. And that's my worst overall because, like, I don't think it's a very inspired story. It was kind of stupid. The next category is sequels. So now I'm going to basically give you a really quick summary of the sequels because I wrote all of them down and they are so many. I'm gonna quickly go from worst to best sequel edition. All right, let's begin. At 26, we have Atlantis Milo's Return. Then we got The Little Mermaid 2, which is like, please get rid of that thing. Get rid of it immediately. Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. The Fox and the Hound 2, Cinderella 2, Brother Bear 2, Bambi 2, Lady and the Tramp 2, Jungle Book 2, Tangled Ever After, 101 Dalmatians 2, An Extremely Goofy Movie, Return to Neverland, Kronk's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch 2, Planes 2, Lion King 2, Tinkerbell Lost Treasure, Frozen 2, Cars 2, Toy Story 2, Monsters University, Mulan 2, Finding Dory, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Incredibles 2. That was from worst to best. I think you heard the sort of pitch change. Again, my opinion, but I did like factor in things like quality of animation, things like storyline, and is it original like the first movie? Because the thing is, some of the sequels are just like, they're just trying to milk the first movie. It has to be an original story. Like, is there a reason for them to do a second movie? Sometimes there's no need. You don't have to make a second movie. Sometimes only one is fine, okay? Disney, calm down. And this is only second movies. There's also third movies to most of these. So I'm not going to go there though. The next category is the worst animation. So this is mainly quality. Like, I'm not looking at all at storyline or anything like that because at the moment I'm just going to tell you only like quality wise, in my opinion, like which were the worst animations. So I have 6 in here. At number 6 we have Beauty and the Beast Christmas edition. And this, as I told you earlier, they're kind of mixing in 3D and 2D and it's not really working as it should. I don't know. I don't like how it looks. Then at number 5, we have Treasure Planet. I think it's a good thing that they did try and add in this 3D. I just think it could have been done better. But like, this was made, I think, like 2000 or I'm not sure, like 2001. Yeah, it could have been done better, but I'm not going to give them that much of a hard time, okay? Ariel 2 is... I mean, I just don't like this movie. I think it was unnecessary. It was a bit like, why would Ariel not let her kid go in the water? I think it's a bit stupid. And they like made Ursula a sister, and also the characters just look weird. The first movie was done in 89 and the animation is incredible. Like, it's so smooth, it's beautiful, all the characters look amazing, but this one is just, it's not it. It's iffy. I don't like how it looks. They all look rigid and weird. But I think Ariel 3 is a little bit better. Sorry, I lied there. There's only 5 in this category. So at number 2, we have Chicken Little. I think this might be just one of the earlier 3D movies, I guess, that they were doing. It has such weird animation. Like, it just doesn't give me a nice feeling. Because, you know, Toy Story is obviously done. I think it's the first Pixar 3D animation, which is great. It's like, it's good for its time. Like, it was 99. Good animation for that time. And they did try and make it, you know, so they're not really focusing on people, because the way they animated people was more difficult for them. Yeah, I think just Chicken Little is such a weird movie, and it's just animated in such a weird way. I don't like it. It's weird and it looks plasticky. And at number 1, my favorite, Atlantis, Milo's Return. If it was just like that, if they just had that animation like the second movie, if it was just that one, I would be like, oh, it's just a not that good animation, but I wouldn't think much of it. But the fact that they came out with the first animation and it was so incredible, and they came out with this a year or 2 later, like, why would they do that? Why would they're literally digging their own grave. And the last category for today. So the thing is, I think 3D is getting better and better and better by the day. Technology, everything. But I'm just going to give you my top 3 favorite 3D animations. Everything goes into play here. Animation quality, storyline, everything is just like perfect in my opinion. It makes you cry. That's the most important thing. At number 1, again, I don't know why, but it's Incredibles 2. Don't know why I'm so crazy about this film. The next one is WALL-E, and I just think it's such a cute film, and the animation is amazing. I just love how Pixar films are so intricate. They look like everything is so perfect. Color, everything is so thought out. Love everything about this movie. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. Number 3 is Up, because we all know Up. Like, every single time I watch it, it's a sob story. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just, what are you supposed to do? Like, yeah, that's the thing about Pixar and Disney. It's just like, it's just literally created to make you cry. The amount of times I cried during these films is ridiculous. Like, it could be the tiniest thing and I will cry my eyes out. It's just like, can you imagine a group of people in a room having a meeting and talking about what will make this story sadder? Let's just think about what's going to make it sadder. Let's just think, oh, let's put an old guy living on his own and his wife passed away and whatever. How do you do that and not cry as you're creating it? You have to be a psychopath. Like, you're actually creating content to make people sob. Do you understand that? Like, you're a psychopath to be doing that. But I love you. Thank you for that. I needed that sob. I went really into that. Wow, the lighting. But that was my 5 categories. Thank you. Thank you very much. But that was today's video. This journey was a crazy thing. I loved doing this whole process. It was such a long process, I might say, but it was just easy to do. I think everyone should do this because it's such a fun thing to do. I started literally from Snow White to Pinocchio, to The Sleeping Beauty, to Toy Story 1, to Soul, which is like the most recent one. I don't think these movies would really appreciate these awards. I don't know why they wouldn't. I know it in my heart that they deserve these awards. I think the characters in the movies would appreciate my award. That was today's video.
I had a lot of fun doing this challenge, and I hope you do too if you try it. I definitely recommend you do it because it's just so much fun. And to be honest, by the end of it, you become this sort of Disney expert. Any question anyone has on Disney or anything, you'll know it because you've watched every single Disney movie. And it's just a great conversation starter.
You know, I watched every single animation by Disney and Pixar. Not to brag.
Yeah, I feel like I would have said much more for this video, even though I said a lot. Sorry about that. Because this has been a long time coming. Like, I've been doing this challenge for like 4 months. Yeah, it feels weird that it's over now. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to my channel for more stuff like this, because I will be doing more. And I'll probably be talking more about Disney stuff because I just have so much knowledge. So much Disney knowledge going up in here. Yeah, that was today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Go watch some Disney movies now.